Hello everyone. Today we learn about how to design flexible pavement. There are two types of pavement. First is flexible pavement. Second is rigid pavement. Flexible pavement act as grain to grain contact. That is, loads are distributed through layers. Example of flexible pavement is BT roads. Whereas rigid pavement works on slab action. That is, loads are transferred through bending of slab. Example of rigid pavement is cement concrete road. Design of flexible pavement is done by ESAL application. ESAL means equivalent standard axle load, where a standard axle load is considered as 80 kN. To convert different axle loads into a equivalent standard axle load, we use AEF. AEF means axle equivalence factor. AEF is equal to load divided by a standard load to the power 4. Example, if axle load is 160 kN, then AEF is equal to 160 divided by 80 to the power 4. It will come 16. It means the damage caused by 160 kN load is 16 times the damage caused by a standard axle load of 80 kN. Now we will find different types of load AEF. If axle load is 3 ton, then how to find AEF? If we will do 3 divided by 8 to the power 4, it will be wrong because the unit of 3 is in ton and unit of 80 is kilonewton. So we cannot simply divide 3 divided by 80 to the power 4. So first we have to convert 3 tons into kilonewton. Then how to convert 3 tons into kilonewton? 3 if you multiply by 1000 it will become kg, and if you multiply by 9.81 it will come in newton, and again if you divide by 1000 it will come in kilonewton. So 3 tons equal to 29.43 kilonewton. Now you will find AEF is equal to 29.43 divided by 80 to the power 4. So it will come 0.0. Next term is VDF, means vehicle damage factor. VDF is equal to summation of all AEF of all axles in a vehicle. It represents for one vehicle, whereas AEF represents for one axles. In a vehicle there are two axles, front axle and rear axle. If you will add AEF of front axle and AEF of rear axle, VDF will come. We will take example. Type of commercial vehicles. First is heavy commercial vehicle with loaded condition. Example of SCV loaded condition is heavy trucks or full size of buses. As per IRC 37/2017, the rear axle load of SCV in loaded condition is considered as 10.2 ton, and front axle load is considered as half of the rear axle, that is 5 ton. So if we will calculate VDF for 10.2 tons, how to calculate VDF of 10.2 tons? 10.2 into 9.81 divided by 80 to the power 4. Similarly for front axle load, 5 into 9.81 divided by 80. If you will calculate, VDF will come 2.58. Similarly for SCV with unloaded or partial loaded load, what will be the VDF? For SCV unloaded and partially loaded, rear axle load is considered as 6 ton, whereas front axle load is considered as 3 ton. Again we will find VDF in similar manner. In this case VDF will come 0.31. Now VDF for SCV overloaded, means heavy commercial vehicles with overloaded. As per IRC, if heavy commercial vehicle loaded 20% overload, it will consider as overloaded vehicles. Means for SCV loaded condition, rear axle load is 10.2 ton, and if it is overload 20% overload means 20.2 into 1.2, so it will come 12.24 tons. Similarly, heavy commercial vehicles with loaded condition, front axle load consider 5 tons. If 20% overloaded means it will comes 5 into 1.2. So it will come 6 tons. However, every vehicles will not be. Now you will find VDA for overloaded means 20% extra load. So 20% extra load for rear axle will come 20.24 tons and front axle load will came 6 tons. If you find VDF in this case, it comes 5.35 per vehicles. However, if only 10% of the loaded heavy commercial vehicles are overloaded to the extent of 20% overload, it means suppose 100 vehicles are running, in only 10% 10 vehicles is going to overload, remaining 90% going with normal loaded only. If you find VDF in this case, how to calculate VDF means 90% means 0.9 into 2.58. Already we find VDF for heavy commercial vehicle is 2.58 and 10% overloaded. 10 means 0.1 and overloaded already we find VDF is 5.35. If we will add these two value, we got VDF is equal to 2.86. Hence, VDF for heavy commercial vehicle overloaded came 2.86. Next case is heavy MCV loaded. MCV means medium commercial vehicle. For MCV loaded condition, IRC considered rear axle load is 6 ton, whereas front axle load is 3 ton. If you calculate in similar manner, VDF came 0.31. Next condition is MCV overloaded. Similarly, we will find here also 20% overloaded means rear axle load will come 1.2 into 6 ton, so 7.2 tons, and front axle load 1.2 into 3 means 3.6 ton. If we find VDF with 20% extra load, it will come 0.65. However, if only 10% of the loaded medium commercial vehicles are overloaded to the extent of 20%. Similarly, here also, if there are 100 vehicles, IRC considered only 10 vehicles are running with 20% overload. Remaining 90 vehicles running with normal load only. So if you will calculate VDF in this condition, it will come 0.9 into 0.31 plus 10% overloaded means 0.1 into 4 overloaded 0.65. If you will find VDF here, it came 0.344. Next condition is MCV means medium commercial vehicle with unloaded or partially loaded. In this case, IRC consider rear axle load is 3 ton, whereas front axle load is 1.5 ton. If you find VDF for 3 tons and 1.5 tons, it comes 0.018 plus 0.011. So it is 0.02. So summary of VDF is for SCV means heavy commercial vehicle loaded condition, it will be 2.58 per vehicle. For overloaded 2.86 per vehicle, and for unloaded heavy commercial vehicle 0.31 per vehicle. In similar way, MCV means medium commercial vehicles in loaded condition, VDF will be 0.31 per vehicle. For overloaded vehicle, VDF will be 0.344 per vehicle, and for MCV unloaded condition 0.02. So we will use this table directly to design of flexible pavement. Next term is AADT means average annual daily traffic. The formula for AADT is equal to T naught plus 1.2 into NT naught into a small t divided by 365, where T naught is the lean traffic and N is the number of harvesting season and a small t is the peak season day. Means here 75 days is considered as peak season day. Next is ESAL. N is equal to 365 into A into 1 plus R to the power n minus 1 divided by R into F into D. Here N is equal to, what is N? Cumulative ESAL. A is equal to initial commercial vehicle per day, R is equal to growth rate, and N is the design life in years. F is equal to vehicle damage factor, and D is the lane distribution factor. 1 is considered for single lane and 0.75 is considered for 2 lane. Now we will take one example how to design flexible pavement. The traffic count data at update for design is based on traffic volume count conducted during the lean or normal period. This data is conducted by PR department, Government of Telangana. So this data is for average of 3 days. So, types of vehicles are car, bikes, cycles. MCV means medium commercial vehicles. SCV means heavy commercial vehicle. Average numbers of vehicles are 4 cars, 4 number, bikes 57, cycles 1, MCV loaded condition 67 is there, for overloaded 0 and unloaded 26. And for SCV number of vehicles came 7 for loaded condition, 0 overloaded and 0 for unloaded. Based on this data, we will design flexible pavement. Here CBR of subgrade soil is given as 2% and growth rate of traffic is 6% and design period for flexible pavement is 10 years and number of years to complete the road is 2 years. These are the data we have given. So how to design flexible pavement? First of all, we have to add all the vehicles. Total traffic counts average AADT. Average daily traffic will become, if you add all data, it comes 162. This 162 numbers for lean season. If you will peak season, we have to multiply by 2. So average daily traffic for peak season will be 162 into 2 is equal to 324 numbers. So we know AADT means average annual daily traffic. Formula is AADT is equal to T0 plus 1.2 NT into T0 divided by 365. Where T0 is equal to lean season traffic count. We cannot use here peak season traffic count because it will be overestimated and road will be uneconomical. So we use here lean season traffic count only. So here in our case T0 is 162. If we put all this value, AADT came 202 numbers. This is the numbers where roads are not started. So we have to find future traffic with 6% of growth rate is given. So what will the number of vehicles at the opening of the road? So AADT for future will be 202 into 1 plus 0.06 to the power 2. So it came 227 numbers. And from the given traffic count data, you will find the proportion of MCV in different condition, means loaded condition, overloaded and unloaded. So for MCV loaded condition, how many numbers? There are 67 numbers are given. So if you find proportion of MCV, how to find 67 divided by 162 into 227? It will come 94. And similarly MCV in loaded unloaded condition, 26 divided by initial count 162 into future traffic 227, so it comes 36. Similarly SCV heavy commercial vehicles in loaded condition 7 numbers are given. So if you find proportion for SCV in loaded condition, 7 divided by 162 into 227, it will come 10 numbers. Now we will use formula of cumulative ESAL. We know N is equal to 365 A into 1 plus r to the power n minus 1 divided by r into f into d, where a into f is equal to CPVD into damage factors, commercial vehicle per day into their damage factor. So already find MCV with loaded condition. Already we find this value. MCV loaded condition is 94. Their VDF is 0.31 and MCV unloaded condition 36 number, and we know their VDF will be 0.02 per vehicle, and MCV with loaded condition 10 numbers came, and their VDF is 2.58 per vehicle. If we will calculate this value, so it will come 55.66 numbers per day. If we will put this value in above equation, it will come 365 into 55.66 into R. Here R is given 6% and N is equal to 10 years. So if we will calculate this value, it will come 13.18 for this value only. So if you multiply, this is constant value. If you multiply this and this, it will come 4811 into this. This value is CPVD into damage factor. So for here N will come 2,67,718 numbers cumulative ESAL, and in this case severe of subgrade soil is given 2%. Based on the value of N, the traffic categories are divided into 9 categories from T1 to T9, and based on the subgrade strength of severe value, the subgrade strength are categorized into 5 categories, S1 to S5, like this: S1, S2, S3, S4, S5. If severe value is 2%, it is considered very poor subgrade, and if severe is 3 to 4%, it is considered a poor subgrade, and if severe value is 5 to 6%, it is considered fair subgrade, and if severe value is 7 to 9, it is considered a only good subgrade, and if severe value is 10 to 15, it is considered very good subgrade. And based on number of traffic of count, traffic category are categorized into 9, T1 to T9. If N value came 10 to 30,000, it is called T1. 30,000 to 60,000, T2. 60,000 to 1 lakhs, T3. 1 lakhs to 2 lakhs, T4. and 2 lakhs to 3 lakhs, T5. 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs, T6. 6 lakhs to 10 lakhs, T7. 10 lakhs to 15 lakhs, T8. and 15 lakhs to 20 lakhs, T9. In our case, N value comes 2,67,780, which lies in this, means T5. So based on this, one graph is there where subgrade severe value versus traffic category. So in our case, T5 with severe value 2%. So based on the graph, our graph is like this. Here subgrade is 150 mm given, granular subbase 175 mm given, and base is 75 and 75 mm given. So total crust thickness came 475 mm, where we have to provide improved subgrade whose severe value is more than 10, 150 mm, and granular subbase whose severe value should be more than 20, it should be 175 mm thickness, and wet mix macadam or base whose severe value should be more than 100, it should be 150 mm. Hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.